Are you tough? Let's get tough. Are you tough, Heather?
Absolutely.
And can you get more tough? Can you improve your tough muscle? Well, I'm going to give you 11 tips today. We're going to give you 11 tips on how to improve the tough muscle. Let's go. Tough, Heather. So you said you're tough. What makes you tough?
I'd say a lot of things. I've been through a lot of emotional things that were very, very difficult mentally, and made it through those things. From divorce to being a single mom to being a child on food stamps when I was young, living in Section 8 housing pretty much my whole life growing up. I could go on, but those things are also physically tough. But that kind of stuff makes you mentally tough. I'm physically tough in my workouts. I feel like I can mind over matter through almost any amount of pain because when I hear there's 20 seconds left or 10 seconds left, I can keep going. And it's a ping pong match. This hurts too much. No, it doesn't. You've got this. Keep going. You're almost done. And then it's over. And I always make it to the end. So that. And then I think being tough in business, or we wouldn't be right here if I wasn't tough in business, and you as well. When business gets tough, if you're not also tough, you quit, 'cause it is so hard. So with everything that we've all been through from just business before COVID was hard. So then all of us that have been through that have to be some kind of tough to have made it up to this other side. But yeah, I think those are a couple of things that come to mind when you ask me that question.
She is one of the toughest people I've ever met. And those of you who don't know who we are, my name's Shannon Hudson. Shannon the Cannon's my fighter name. This is my gorgeous wife, Heather the Hero. And guess what? We've been married 18 years. We've raised 2 kids. We built a business for the last 17 years, and we've put it in 17 countries around the world. Right? Heather's accomplished many things, fitness competitor, multiple black belts in martial arts, yoga instructor now. I mean, she's accomplished some amazing things. I won a world title as a kickboxer, lifelong martial artist, built this business. We've been through some tough stuff, haven't we, Heather?
And I meant to start by saying, well, I've been married to you for 18 years. That gotta make me tough.
That's
right?
the toughest part, right?
Yeah.
Well,
we have been through a lot of things, and I'm proud of us.
Well, here's what's funny. I've been walking around to my coworkers and asking them, saying, are you tough? And the answers are pretty interesting because some people immediately, like when I asked you, it was an immediate, oh, of course. 100% I'm tough. I'm tougher than nails. I'm tougher than pine knots. I'm tougher than lighter knot wood. I'm rough, tough, and hard to bluff.
I didn't say that either.
No.
That's what you say.
And then some people I ask and they go, let me think. And then they start going different places, like physically tough, mentally tough, emotionally tough, spiritually tough. So are they all one? Tell me, what do you think?
The first place I went when you asked me was mental, because I thought, if you're mentally tough, you can get through anything else. Because if I wasn't mentally tough, I don't think I'd be able to push myself during a workout physically. So for me, the first thought was mental toughness. And that to me kind of is like your foundation. If you can be mentally tough, you can almost do anything. I wonder if the people who were like, I think so, might have a different definition of tough than some, which is probably pretty common. I bet a lot of people have different opinions of what tough means. And so when you ask the question, you might be getting a completely different thought process of toughness. So it could be really interesting to dive into if different people's mentalities on what tough is.
Well, I didn't specify mentally tough, physically tough. I didn't specify. I didn't specify on purpose because I wanted to see where they went.
Yeah.
And some people immediately went physical. Like, I don't like tough, to hurt and the pain. And, and some people were like, well, my life experiences made me tough. I've been through some, what.
Right.
And so it's interesting. But I've got 11 tips. Are you ready to go? I've got 11 things I think that can help you improve the tough muscle. You ready? Here we go. So number one, stop complaining. All right. And this is, you may hear that, you've heard this before, but I got a challenge for you. 24 hours. Can you go 24 hours without saying one complaint? You can't say about the weather. You can't say, oh, it's hot, or And the other night I said to Heather, oh, my foot hurt my foot tonight in my class I was doing, my jiu-jitsu class. And I was like, oops, that's a complaint. I'm not complaining. And she's like, were you complaining? I was like, well, I said it hurt, but maybe that wasn't a complaint.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway.
I was like, if you're just stating it hurts, does that necessarily complaining?
That's complaining.
Or is complaining like griping about something that you can't do anything about?
Are you complaining that I was complaining?
No, I didn't think you were complaining. I thought you were just saying, ouch.
Well, okay, so 24 hours, no complaining, not about the weather, not about the traffic, not about...
That's a tough one.
Yeah, just try it. No complaining, right? Just accept and go. Don't say it hurts. Don't say it's hot. Don't say it's cold. Don't just go. Can we do it? So number 1, stop complaining. Number 2, get something done ahead of schedule. This is a mental thing for you. If if you have a project you need to do and it's due at this date, get it done ahead of time on purpose. Set your deadline in your head earlier. And what this will do is in your brain make you think, oh my gosh, I get things done quick and I can get it done. So get it done quick. I know Heather's teaching a class here next week. And last night, she's got a week before the class. She's like, I finished my class. You're ahead of schedule. That told me, okay, that's what tough people do. They get stuff done.
Because I need 6 more days to practice.
They get the stuff done early. They get it done early. So get stuff done. Number 3, be early. Be early.
That's the point of contention with us.
In the marriage, right?
I am almost never early, but I am
She's gotten
improving every day.
Tremendously better. You know what being early does? It shows everyone that you've got it together. You got it together. I mean, you are on it. You got it together. Be early, right? So number 3, be early. Number 4, this is one of my favorites. Try something hard every day physically that hurts. Now, what I don't mean pinch yourself or injury. I mean, for example, holding a high plank, like a push-up position for 30 seconds on the ground. Can you do that? Mm-hmm. For 30 seconds? Because 15 seconds in, if you don't do this a lot, 15 seconds in, you're going to be like, oh, this kind of stinks. My shoulders are hurting. I'm shaking. My arms are shaking. But accept that, embrace that, push through that, and can you make it to the 30 seconds? You know, in the kickboxing workouts, I love kickboxing. The last 30 seconds of the round finisher, you want to finish the round strong. Even if you're in the ring fighting, guess what? You want to finish the round strong. So one of the things I love doing in the kickboxing class is punching it out the last 30 or kicking it out even and trying not to stop until the bell rings. In fact, try to get a little bit after the bell. You hear the running races, you break through the tape, right? Have you ever heard that? Same thing with kickboxing. You know, when that bell rings, I'm going to keep going, maybe get an extra one in there, right? So, Heather, what are some things you do every day that physically hurt? I know it may be a workout. I know one thing you love.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
What?
Best Christmas gift ever. He got me a cold plunge, a personal-sized cold plunge at the house. It's got a filter and it keeps it like 48 or whatever temperature, but like 48 degrees. And this is something I've always been so afraid of is I've never liked cold water. Like I like my pool to be 85 degrees, right? So I used to be the kind of person that if the water was cold, I'd just say, forget it, I'm going to just stay out. But then I was starting to hear about the health benefits of cold water, starting with cold showers, which I absolutely hate. Hate cold showers. The water it's bouncing off of you and it feels like it's constantly stabbing you. It's just the worst. For some reason, a cold plunge immersion also sucks really, really bad. But once you're in, something happens and like a calm comes over me. So I tried this at an event and I liked it so much that I said I wanted to get one for the house. So you got it for free for Christmas. So yes, I do about 4 times a week, 2 or 3 minutes in a 48-degree cold plunge. I do it for the physical health benefits, but honestly, mostly 90% of it is for the mental health benefits, because the mental health benefits of getting in the cold when you don't have to and saying, I'm not going to think, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to elevate her right down and all the way up to my neck and then stay. And deep breaths in my nose and out of my mouth. This teaches you how to regulate your vagus nerve, your nervous system. And then when something tough comes at you that has nothing to do with physical things, you can tap into that strength and that muscle memory created by doing this activity over and over again can help you remember. Breathe deeply. This is going to pass. I will get through this. This isn't going to kill me. I'm going to make this. So, you know, I love it. I've enjoyed it, but it is definitely not just for the physical part. It's that mental toughness again. Here's that word that I kind of am like addicted to. And last thing on that, every time I get out, I am never not proud of myself. So every time I say, you know what, it's about time for a cold plunge, if I have that thought, I go get the towel immediately, go get the bathing suit and go straight up there. And I put the towel down and I just walk right in it. I don't think about it. I don't get there and sit there and like pump myself up first. I've learned that it's like Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. It's just once I've decided I'm getting in, I'm beelining it for the thing. And then I'm going to go in there and hit my timer until 2 or 3 minutes, depending on the day, is up.
Well, that same philosophy with working out, I tell people, don't go home and sit down.
No.
Because it's so hard to get. Just go right to the gym. Just go right there, get it done. Because if you sit down.
Or if you're a morning workout person, roll out of the bed and
doing
immediately
push-ups.
out. If you do that, you are tough. Roll out of the bed, immediately pick up workout clothes you put out the night before.
There you go.
Drink your coffee and put on your workout clothes. And when you're in them already, it is a hell of a lot easier to just say, okay, well, now it's workout time. And
totally.
I'm already dressed.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. So
yeah. You know, before this video, I went to the Google machine and looked up the definition of tough, right? And here's a good definition. Able to endure hardship or pain. You're able to endure it, right? You just embrace it. You're able to handle it, right? And strong enough to withstand adverse conditions, right? Mm-hmm. So durable, strong, resilient, tough.
Yeah.
Antonyms. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of tough? Fragile, weak. What do you want your friends saying about you? If your friends were asked, are you tough? What would they say? I don't know. I don't know what my friends would say.
Oh, I think they'd say yes.
They'd say you're tough.
Yeah, I think they would.
The opposite's fragile, soft, weak. We definitely, I don't want them thinking that, right? I want them to think tough, right? Yeah. So now, you don't have to do cold plunge to be tough. You can hold a squat for 30 seconds or a minute. What are some other things? We could hold a push-up position. We could jump rope. We could go for a run.
I mean, some people do breath work. There's a myriad of things you can do, but whatever it is, it needs to be something that makes it kind of sounds counterintuitive, but something that makes your mind start to want to panic, but then you realize it's perfectly safe. So this does need to be something safe. We're not, jumping off buildings or crazy things like that. Unless you're an adrenaline junkie, and that's a whole nother discussion. But
don't do that.
This doesn't have to be something, and it shouldn't be something unsafe, but does it make you kind of want to quit immediately? And like a cold plunge makes you pretty much want to immediately go, nope.
I'm out of there.
Right back out. Working out can do that. That 30-second burn can make you want to go, when you hear the trainer say 3, 2, 1, and you drop your hands instead of 3, 2, 1. And then you finish.
Yeah, there you go.
Just a beat
That was
after.
the finish.
Just that beat after. But if it's something that will make you super proud of yourself after you've done it, that's probably a good discomfort. That's kind of how I gauge it. So no one should be getting hurt, but it should. There's so many things. We're so comfortable. Most of us here in the United States, we're very comfortable. So it's easy to want to stay there in inertia. Putting yourself into an uncomfortable situation is hard. So even getting out of that nice, comfy, warm bed every morning, that is so hard. And for some people, that discipline is simply do not hit snooze. Alarm goes off. You sit right up and just sit there.
There's one.
In the suck.
There's a tip.
And for about 3 minutes, all you think about is, I just want to lay back down. But you don't. That right there is
Secret
so
tip.
tough.
Secret tip. Alarm goes off. Get up immediately.
And I
Don't
get
snooze.
that from Mel Robbins. She's
Right?
one of my heroes.
snooze.
And she's so big on that. She says, get right up, never ever hit snooze. You have this gorgeous 24-hour day in front of you, and the first thing you're going to do is snooze. But it takes a ton of mental discipline to just sit right up, and you're so tired, and you know how easy it would be to just lay back down for 9 more minutes. Why is it 9 minutes?
And little kids, you know how they get up early? That's the childlikeness in you, and they don't want to miss anything. They don't want to miss anything. Why, as adults, why don't we shouldn't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss anything, right? Let's get up, boom, let's go, right? Okay, number five, less talk, more action. Just quit talking about it and start doing it. Just do it. I know we have this joke in the office. I don't like hand wavers. They just wave their hands and talk all the time, and they never do anything. I'm like, I don't need a hand waver. I need to get the job done, right? So let's talk more action. That's an easy one. Number 6, this is one you'll love. Tough people set goals and move the universe. Their goals drive them and move the universe the direction that they need. Where if you don't set goals, the universe will move you. It will push you. It will slap you around, the universe, no matter what. But if you don't have this North Star and these goals you're working towards, you're just going to get slapped around all the time. It's like being out at sea and, the waves are just banging you around and you're not aiming swim toward the boat or swim toward the float. It's just banging you around. So you gotta set the goals. Tough people set the goals because then they're forging their path. They're forging their path, not letting the path be forged for them, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah. Let's get real nerdy. The reticular activating system in your brain, you think about this a lot, right?
The what?
So
She's speaking English over here.
I'm not a doctor. I know you thought I was. The reticular activating system, or RAS for short, helps you focus on what you need to focus on because there's 80,000 things going on, even in this room right here. You can hear the air, you can feel the seat under you. I can't focus on all of that while I'm trying to get something done. And your body knows that, your brain knows that. So the beautiful thing about setting goals is it brings your focus onto certain things. You could choose to focus on anything all day throughout the day. And some people, probably not intentionally, choose to focus on what that person's doing wrong and what's happening over there and what I can't control over there. And, oh, that's so annoying. And then, yes, life bumps them along and it happens to them. If you want to be intentional with life, you don't just let it happen to you, right? So setting goals automatically turns your RAS on to seek out, like a heat-seeking missile. It is now heat-seeking whatever goal you just said. Yeah. It's the same phenomenon where you want this pair of shoes and now everybody's wearing them, but they were already there. So you're just now tuned in. So it's tuning in and choosing to tune into such a few core things is almost not negotiable. It's not an option. If you don't do this, you will be distracted by everything all day. And at the end of the day, go, I didn't get anything done. And it's because you didn't choose your focuses for the day or the week or the year or whatever.
Yep.
And this is a constant living thing that you do. It doesn't ever stop. If you meet that goal immediately, you should definitely have 2 or 3 more ready to go.
Yeah.
There's always something new that you probably need to be accomplishing, and hopefully you want to be accomplishing. So goals direct your focus. And I think that's why we like them so much. They're like to-do lists are nice because it gives you that endorphin hit. But goals direct your focus so you can tune out all the fluff and all the BS around you. If you don't tune out all the BS around you, you'll never get anything done.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah.
And it won't be your fault. It's just there's too much going on to distract you from the good things you need to get done, which is why intentionality and goal setting is so important. I just wanted to riff on that because goal setting is such a white noise type of word. It's like, set goals. And everyone thinks like, okay, set goals. But the reason behind it and the simplicity of the goal doesn't have to be
Yep.
climb Mount Everest. It could be get up when the alarm goes off and don't hit snooze.
So I'm going to do 10 push-ups without stopping, right?
Yeah.
That's
Some people there's a trend at 11:11 do 11 push-ups.
okay.
So
Did you see the yellow Corvettes on the way in this morning?
no,
See, you didn't, but
because I don't really like Corvettes.
right, because that's what she was focused on. If I'd have said, hey, before you check out these Corvettes when you drive, she'd have probably seen 2 or 3 yellow Corvettes. What she's focused on, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. So listen, set the goals. Start small. Set big goals. Give yourself an aiming point. Swim through this. You make your path through the universe. Don't let it just smack you around. Because it's going to smack you around anyway. Even when you have a goal, it's still going to get smacked around.
Oh, yeah.
On a personal note, I lost my mother recently. That's a smack from the universe. Just whack. I got to deal with that. Have to deal. But I still have to have my goals that brings me back, centers me back up, gets me back there in a good place. I can't focus on, the loss forever. I have to get back on track and get back to my goals. Just pull me back. They just magnetize. They just pull me back. And that's why. Tough people set the goals, right? And they set big goals. Right? Small ones, big ones. They want to go place they want to go, things they want to see, things they want to accomplish, right? Time they want to spend with their family. Yeah. Those are goals.
I mean, there's a place in this toughness. Tough doesn't mean just hard.
Or mean.
And cold, sterile. I think maybe when you ask certain people, are you tough? They might think, well, I'm not mean.
Right.
Who knows, right? But tough, I think, in its most beautiful form, is someone who can still be soft when they need to be, because tough doesn't mean you're mean. It doesn't mean you're ugly to people or you are pushy. A tough person can still have a very empathetic side, and I think they should.
Yeah.
And your grief and our grief for your mother is still something that we try to honor her and talk about the good times very frequently, yet we know we have to keep on going and trying to move through that acceptance part. So I think it's important just to say that being tough doesn't mean stepping on people.
Yeah.
And
correct.
It's not yelling like a drill sergeant. This is more of a private journey. Being tough is more of like a private internal thing. You don't even need to tell anyone you're tough. They should just be able to see it.
You should never say it. It should be said about you.
If you go around saying, I'm tough, you might not really be tough.
You're probably not that tough, right?
But if you just are, then it just kind of exudes from you. You just don't quit.
Number 7, celebrate the small wins when you're doing something hard. Like you said it a while ago, you're proud of yourself after a cold plunge, or after you do a tough workout, or if you go through a tough life thing. You're proud of, when my mother passed, I'm proud of how we celebrated her life with her service and everything. And
really quick,
hard,
you stood up at the funeral and gave a speech.
Yes.
And I know that was really hard.
It was hard.
But you don't regret it.
100%.
And if you hadn't, you might have. So you had your one chance.
Totally.
You did a beautiful job. You honored her so well. And I know you had a hard time with that. But you were I was so proud. I was proud of you. And I think you were as well. But she would have been proud.
I hope. But my point is, you have permission to be proud of yourself. Some people, you can say, I'm proud of myself. You should be proud of yourself when you do tough things. Give yourself a little bit of grace there.
Yeah.
Be proud of yourself. It's okay, right? Next, number 8, embrace the pain. Acknowledge it. Like when I'm hurting in a workout, I'll give you an example. In the kickboxing world, there's times I get hit, it hurts. It really hurts. And I'm like, all right, I'm just embracing it, accepting it. This is what I got into. I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, oh my gosh. I'm just going to embrace it and be like, yep, here we go, right? I'm in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. I got a big guy laying on me. I barely can breathe. Guess what? I can't panic. I've got to embrace him. Be like, all right, he's not going to kill me. I'm not going to die laying here. But I'm going to try to take some breaths and figure this out and just embrace it. When life's hard, just embrace it and say, okay, here it is. Let me deal with it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what do you do when it gets hard and and it's hurting? What do you say to yourself?
Physically?
Anything. What do you say in your brain to yourself?
When it's not a physical thing like a workout, and it's emotionally tough. I pull from other times I've thought for sure I can't make it through this situation, and yet I did then, and here I am. So I'll tell myself that again. If I'm going through something in present time that I think I cannot get through this, I'll remember, well, you thought you couldn't get through that, and you did. So there's your track record, Heather. There's your proof. And so you can do it again. This is going to be like that in a year.
Yeah.
Or whatever, depends on what the thing is. But I do that in workouts too. You always feel this way when you're punching for 30 seconds, and you always make it through there.
Yep.
So just deep breaths in. It's almost over. You can do anything for 30 seconds, and it won't hurt in a minute is something I tell myself in my head. But I like to draw from other times I have done it, because if I know I've done it before, that's encouraging. I can do it again.
I always use the extremes. I'm an extreme kind of person sometimes. Would you think? I use death. Is this going to kill me? Am I going to die? And if the answer is no, then I can just probably suck it up and do it, right? I'm doing a hot yoga class with Heather. It's hot. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to step out of the room for a second, but then go, nope.
Oh yeah, that's a good decision.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to die here. I'm almost like, if I die, I die. But but I'm not going to step out of the room, man. I'm going to just suck it off and do it.
So just like cold plunge, hot therapy is also just as equally hard. But even without heat, yoga actually is intended that these poses look sweet and innocent. They're very difficult to hold, right? And it's the holding the pose and breathing through the discomfort of the pose that's the whole point, to help you later be able to draw from that experience when there's an emotional challenge, not just a physical one. So, totally. And that's any exercise. Running a 10K.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
5K,
every mile
10K.
is like, okay, I will finish this, so that's why I love movement. I'm so passionate about working out, period.
Yep.
Because it does teach you mental toughness. And every time you finish, unless I've hurt myself, I've never regretted a workout.
Right.
And it's always made me feel more proud of myself.
100%. 100%. Okay, we're almost through this motley list. Bear with me. Number 9, one of my favorites. Do something for 6 months straight. 6 months straight. Now, when I say 6 months straight, maybe a couple times a week you do it, or maybe it's every day you do it, but commit to it for 6 months. Here's why. Listen, the average person in the U.S., we live 80 years, right? How many months is that in your life? Listen, I got my favorite app out, the calculator. I love this app. Okay, so 80 times 52, how many weeks or how many months is 80 years? 80 times 12, right? Okay, so we got 960 months in your life. 960 months. It sounds kind of low, doesn't it? 6 months of that, right, is less than 1% of your time here on Earth. It's less than 1%. So commit to it. If you're going to do a workout, okay, commit to working out every week for 6 months. If you're going to do Spanish lessons, which I know, Heather, you're doing Spanish every day, commit to it for 6 months. I guarantee you in 6 months you're going to be better. Wouldn't you? If you're going to eat healthy, if you're going to, cut back on alcohol or sleep or try to get in bed at 30 minutes earlier, do it for 6 months straight. Commit to whatever it is for 6 months. It's less than 1% of your life. It's not that much time in the grand scheme. So do it. Right?
Yeah. And I think, it's almost August. How are your New Year's resolutions going? I think it was mine.
What New Year's resolution? What are you talking about?
Like, we all know that we laugh and probably say that. Maybe we set too many things. You sit down and you're like, I got 20 things I'm going to do this year. What if it had just been one and you pick the most important, put everything in a box on a shelf? What's the most important box this year? Do that one thing for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because as you were talking, I was thinking, there's so many things to pick from to do for 6 months.
Yeah.
If I pick 17 things to do for 6 months, I probably won't do them.
Yeah.
So if I picked one, and yes, I'm going to do other things too. But if I picked one as my 6 month thing, then it gets kind of the chaos out of your brain.
It could be, hey, I'm going to do a date night with my spouse once a week for 6 months. Boom. I guarantee you things are going to be, you like that one? That things will be different, right? So commit for 6 months, okay? Okay, 2 more to go. Number 10, don't hate humanity, just understand humans. This one, I remind myself a lot because if you just understand what you're dealing with, there's a snake. I know that snake could bite me. I understand that. I'm going to act around that snake appropriately, right? I'm not going to get very close to it because I understand the snake. Okay? So let's understand humans. Guess what? We're fallible. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. We mess up all the time. So if you sit there and drive yourself crazy every day, oh, people, driving down the road, people, right? It's like, let's just understand, hey, we're all just going to screw it up. I'm going to disappoint someone today, probably. I'm going to. Because I'm human, not because I maliciously want to hurt people. It's because I'm a human person. If you're an employee at a job, you're going to disappoint your coworkers sometime, or your boss. If you're on a business, your people are going to disappoint you. You're going to disappoint them. It's just life, right? So if we just go into the day understanding what we're dealing with, which is a bunch of fallible human beings that are going to make mistakes, it's okay. We just do the best we can, right, Heather? What do you think?
This one is so...
You like this one? So tough people do.
This one is so big for me. Never have I ever I'm 46 years old, and I wish I'd known what I know now about people my whole life. It's kind of a shame that it can take so long to learn some of the things we learn. Earlier this year, I took a course, and in that course, unexpectedly, a side effect of it was learning not assuming things about people. And I know that doesn't sound very exciting at first, but it was so huge for me because I'm with a group of people that I think are all nothing like me and probably don't feel the way I feel. Every one of us felt the same way. We all wanted to be good enough. We were very raw, very vulnerable for 3 months with one another. We learned so much about each other during this sharing and journaling and introspection that I learned how much we're all exactly the same. But the other part was acceptance of people truly means you have zero idea what just happened to that person 5 minutes ago.
Right.
That's making them act the way they're acting towards you, a stranger. If someone acts towards a stranger in a really crazy, rude, seemingly unacceptable way, go ahead and assume something happened and something went wrong, because how could they possibly hate you when they never met you?
Right.
So it couldn't possibly be about you. But the first thing we do is our ego goes, well, and we take it personally.
Yeah.
If we cannot do that and think about all the times when I've cut someone off driving and it was fine when I cut them off driving, terrible with road rage. If I can get away with it and have a good reason,
you drive beautifully.
No, you hate how I drive. They probably have just as much of a good excuse in their world at the moment. I've just never been more acutely aware of how much grace we need to give to one another, because we are all, if you want to find tough people that have been through a lot, look at anybody beside you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's been through something they never wanted to go through.
Yeah.
Something they didn't want to go through, and they're here. And you don't know how many people barely made it to work this morning.
Or what happened last night.
Now they got to work with me. And they're like, huh. And you think it's because of you. And you don't know what's going on with them. When you lost your mom, you went straight to workouts that week.
Yeah.
But no one knew how much was inside of you.
I needed the release, and nobody knew. They just,
Yes, and you don't know who in that same class had their own thing that same night.
Yeah.
So, empathy, I think, is ironically an absolute must if you're going to be tough, because if you're not empathetic, you're going to take everything personally and make it all about you. and then you're leading with ego, and that gets you nowhere.
Your ego is not your amigo.
And that's my favorite new saying that
Yeah.
you've ever said.
Thank you. I didn't
heard
make that up. I learned that.
Oh, I've never heard it till 2025.
But love, as Ziggy Marley said, is my religion, right? Love, and guess what I love?
There's so many
Kickboxing. I love kickboxing, right? Okay, number 12. Number 11, last one.
Number 12 on our list of 11.
Yes. Be smart tough, not stubborn tough. Smart tough. I'll give you an example of stubborn tough. I know a gentleman who went to the dentist and got a tooth filled with no Novocaine.
Was it in this century?
Yes. Why? To save money. Now, did he have the money to pay for the Novocaine? Yes. But that, to me, is stubborn and southern. Southern, stubborn, tough. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be stubborn tough.
A northerner would never do that.
So, smart tough.
Yeah, that's not. I don't like
Not
that.
stubborn
That's not a good
tough.
idea.
Not, hey, I want to go all day without eating to prove that I don't need to eat. That's probably not smart tough.
Unless it's part of your spiritual,
Maybe so.
you
Maybe
know,
so, yeah.
thing. You know what
Yep.
you're doing, but
100%. But again, like I'm not going to work out for a year and that's just
well, like pushing yourself in a workout,
too hard.
learning that
Yeah.
very, very delicate balance of your edge and not injury. There's that. You got to learn that about yourself.
Yeah.
and be smart.
Totally. Okay, listen, those are 11 tips. If you want a tough tip sheet, click the link below. Got a tough tip sheet for you there. And check out our next video. Because if you want to learn how to torch calories with kickboxing, I'm talking torch them. Torch them, right? Just set them on fire. Then click on my next video. I'm going to show you how you can do this straight from home to torch calories with kickboxing. Kicks is going to be awesome.